And I said the same thing last week. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
Yeah, back. It's been so long since I've sat down with you guys and talked with you guys, and I wanted to come on here first to say hello because I did actually miss you guys. Welcome back. If you're not familiar, my name is Adriana and this is my channel, Adriana the Doula, where we talk about all things body, baby, and birth. And today I'm back for another video, you guys, and I'm actually very sorry because I've been trying so hard to build up, first off, to have the time, number one, but also just build up the energy to come and sit down and talk to you guys and make a video, which I know you guys want. You've been asking for a video, and today I just want to kind of sit down and run through with you guys what's been going on the last several months. So today's kind of like a life update, but also I'm going to insert some footage of what's been happening the last 6 months so you guys can have a little glimpse of what's been going on. I promise I've been busy. Guys, so I'm on to my last prenatal of today. About 2 minutes away from where I'm at now. Today was a great day for a lot of reasons. I did 2 blood draws, which I'm so proud of myself for, because I was a little, of course, apprehensive about poking someone, about drawing blood, but I did 2 blood draws back to back and I did great, if I do say so myself. So I am excited about that. I have 1 last prenatal and then I have to drop off the labs to LabCorp, which is like the lab place that takes blood and urine and everything and analyzes everything. So that's pretty cool. So let's just talk about it really quickly. So earlier this year, actually last year, late last year, I think it was December, and I think I have some footage from that day, so I'll insert it. I got a new car, right? I got an SUV, and I've been wanting to make the switch to a bigger car. Before that, I had a, for the car I have now, I had a Hyundai Sonata, which is like a standard size compact car. It was just getting too crowded for all the things that I needed to carry with me, especially starting midwifery training. There was just too much stuff and not enough space. Although I'm sure there are people who manage fine with what they have, and I'm sure I could have managed fine. It would have been a struggle, but I would have been able to manage okay with the car that I had. I was in a position and I had the opportunity to upgrade. I paid off my car. My car had been paid off for at least a year at that point, I believe. So I was in a position to take on the expense of getting a new car, and thankfully I was able to. I have some footage from that day, so I'm gonna insert it here. So me and my dad would come maybe around like 2 to pick it up, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll have it ready to go by 2. Like I said, worst case would be that you would just have to bring it back at your convenience to get the stickers done.
That's fine.
But I'll definitely have it ready. And I'm going to check with my service department just to see if they have time to squeeze it in before you get here.
Okay.
But if they don't, like I said, you would just bring the car back to get it inspected.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay, perfect. So I'll go ahead and get it on 2 then.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Guys, it's ready. I had to go pick it up. Let me calm down. It's ready. So it was a very exciting day. I got a new car. That was number 1. Of course, babies never stop, and I've been attending births I've been attending births. I never stopped attending births. I feel like I'm at a birth all the time, of course. So there's that, but I'll also insert some footage from a couple of the births that I've either been on the way to or have attended and got some footage from as well.
You can lean forward. You can go on your hands and knees.
No. I got this. Bring your knees under you. Hopefully I'll be able to share at least one of the birth stories. I haven't gotten permission to share the whole video yet, but I can share clips of it and hopefully I'll be able to share more of that soon, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also trying to be more intentional. I know you guys wanted to see like prenatal videos. It's hard to film a prenatal because, you know, a lot of our prenatal time is spent, you know, building relationship and bonding, and no one wants to really like have frank, open discussions, you know, with a camera in their face. Some people are okay with that, and well, some people are okay with sharing, you know, really personal conversations in private conversations on camera, but some people aren't, and I want to respect that. And before I ask a family to share their prenatal visit, I really want to have that rapport and that relationship with them. So I'm working on trying to get that to you guys. It's just going to take some time. And then of course I have to respect a family or client who isn't comfortable sharing, and that's okay too. And there's no fault, no harm there. So if it happens, it'll happen, and that will be that, really. What else happened? So that was December. January was all births. Also in January, actually before January, I guess, okay, let me start with another thing, right? So before January, I had a conversation with my doctor. I've been having this conversation with my doctor, my primary care doctor, for years now. And she's someone I trust, and I trust her opinion as a professional, but we also have been able to build a relationship. And so I have that rapport with my primary care physician. And so she's been suggesting a procedure called vertical sleeve gastrectomy for a little bit of time now. And I wasn't really into it. The idea of surgery freaked me out. I wanted no parts of it. But over the last year or so, I really started to, I was diagnosed with PCOS, so that was number one, and I could see the changes that was happening hormonally, and also changes in my energy and things of that nature that had to do with a pre-diabetes diagnosis as well. And I was starting to see those changes in my body. They was starting to affect my ability to get work done, and to just function on a day-to-day basis as much as I wanted to, right? I wanted to be able to put out more energy, but I couldn't, right? And births would wipe me out. And of course births in general, when you're up for 8 to 12 hours in the middle of the night, it can be very taxing on you. But for me, I felt like my recovery, I wasn't able to bounce back in the time that I felt like I should have been able to bounce back as someone who's so young, and who, you know, after a good rest, I should be able to bounce back faster. And I was finding that after births, I just wasn't able to bounce back as quickly. It would take me at least a whole day, a whole 24 hours, if not 2 days, to really bounce back. So I was starting to see those changes in myself. And in September, I believe it was August or September, I was referred to a bariatric surgeon who I consulted with, and, you know, who felt like I would be a good candidate for the surgery. And she explained the reasons why that she felt like I would be a good candidate for the surgery. But ultimately, she said, you know, think about it. You can start to work the plan if you want to, and we can revisit this in a couple months. And so that's what kind of happened. I worked the plan for a couple months on my own, and basically decided to have the surgery. And I'm happy to, you know, film another video talking all about the whole process. But that process started in August of 2020, and I had my surgery April 26th of 2021. So it took a little bit of time to get the approval, and of course it's a process that you, in a plan that in order to be approved by insurance, you have to work the plan and work the process. And so I had to do that for a number of months in order to qualify. I was able to qualify. I booked my surgery and had my surgery. So that was about 3 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago. And I've been doing pretty well. But like I said, if you guys want to hear more about my whole VSG journey, I'm happy to talk to you guys about that in a different videos. So that happened, right? What else happened? What else happened? Oh, so in January of this year, I actually moved out of my parents' home, and I'm sitting in the apartment that I moved into, which is super exciting, and was a blessing in disguise. I was nervous about moving for a lot of different reasons, and, you know, but also had this overwhelming sense of peace about moving as well. Moving out of my parents' home. I don't live too far from them, but it was, you know, it's a thing to move out on your own, and I was able to move out and find an apartment, and I'm so blessed. So that happened as well. Insert picture here or there, wherever. What else happened? So that was in January, March, April. And so I've just been working, that's what's been happening. Oh, and some other things are in the works as well. Of course, I've been taking clients, and I only stopped taking clients at the end of March. So for the end of March, and I won't, my next birth isn't scheduled until June. So I took from April to the beginning of June off. So April and May, I took off from all births, just to give my body the time to recover from surgery, to adjust to everything that's happening, to mentally, emotionally, spiritually take the time to really sit. Okay, so yeah, so I took the end of March, April, and May completely off from all doula work, and most work in general. Of course, I still do some things virtually, or I had been doing some things virtually, but it was really important for me to take that time off, to mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually prepare for surgery, and what recovery was going to look like. And this is my first surgery, right? So I had no idea what I was going to recover like. Make sure that I had things set in place for different facets of my life that needed to be taken care of while I was going to be away, and of course to care for my clients as well, set them up to be cared for as well while I was away. So so I've been taking that time off. In April was my last training, and that even ran over a little bit because I ended up having a birth, and you know how that goes. And so yeah, and this is all in the midst of a panorama, you know, we know what we're talking about. And you know what's been happening there, thankfully I was able to be fully vaccinated. I was vaccinated in April, I believe. I was fully vaccinated, and that's been a blessing, right, to be able to be vaccinated. But also, you know, we're still in the midst of it, and there's still precautions that need to be taken. I'm done talking. Actually, I'm gonna insert some footage of the things that have been happening the last few months, and I will catch up with you guys at a later date. It's now 11:52. Should be there by 12:30. I'll update you guys. Sorry, if you didn't know, my name is Adriana. This is my channel, Adriana the Doula, where we talk about all things body, baby, and birth. And I am headed to a birth. And this is actually a midwifery client, not a doula client, which is why I'm wearing scrubs. Not that you can see that, but these scrubs are not my favorite scrubs, and I have a couple of different pair. I can't find these other ones that are super comfortable. I can't find them. These ones are kind of tight. Hey everyone, trying to think about how to some things came up, and I'm trying to figure out like how to work it. It's so funny, like when life happens and you have to make like a change to your schedule, or you have to like, I don't know, just alternate, or something has to change. And in this field of work, of course, things change all the time, and like a day that you planned one way turns out to be completely different for a multitude of reasons. So, and today's like side note, today's a really warm day, and so I put the window down because like such a warm day. And anyways, so now trying to figure out life. Once again, my name is Adriana. This is my channel, Adriana the Doula, where we talk about all things body, baby, and birth. I hope that you feel so empowered in your body, so empowered with your baby, and so empowered in your birthing experiences. Y'all have a great rest of the day, the week, the month. Be good to someone today, you guys. The world needs it. Bye.